Clay Higgins, congressman from Louisiana.
Yes.
Who
he's come to the forefront as of late.
He's been there's been a lot of
I hope he's not just turning into one of those guys that is looking good for the camera at these hearings.
I think he's saying you'll hear from us again on this, so let's watch this one. Yeah.
Mr. Jordan here momentarily, but for the record, Mr. Baker, Ms. Gotti, Mr. Roth, Mr. Navaroli, are you here under the advice of counsel, and do you have counsel present?
Yes, sir.
That was a yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I do.
Yes, I was subpoenaed.
That's good to know. Glad y'all have counsel present. Mr. Chairman, for the for submission for the record, I'd like consent to submit the Twitter files dated December the 8th, posted by the New York Post regarding the suppression of conservative commentators.
It's like Clay's had a long day.
I'd like that submitted.
Without objection, so ordered.
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I'd like to also submit for the record a timeline of events with cited sources outlining strong evidence of the Biden family organized criminal actions would certainly indicate that we've crossed the threshold of reasonable suspicion.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like this timeline submitted for the record.
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, where is that from, that timeline?
Timeline in my hand, boss. I'll get it to you shortly.
Yeah, we'll get you a copy. Pipe down over there. It's my time.
Bottom line is that the FBI had the Biden crime family laptop for a year. They knew it was leaking. They knew it would hurt the Biden campaign. So the FBI used its relationship with Twitter to suppress criminal evidence being revealed about Joe Biden 1 month before the 2020 elections.
Huh.
You, ladies and gentlemen, interfered with the United States of America 2020 presidential election, knowingly and willingly.
Boom.
That's the bad news. It's going to get worse because this is the investigation part. Later comes the arrest part.
Uh-oh.
Your attorneys are familiar with that. Mr. Chairman, I'd like to spend 5 hours with these ladies and gentlemen during depositions surely yet to come. But for right now, I'll yield the balance of my time to my...
Uh-huh.
I mean, that sounds
like a
good.
Promise, right?
That sounds good.
Okay. All right.
Find that hard to believe, but
Well, let's find out. Let's give him a chance. I mean, the House is a slim majority for the GOP, and he's using this opportunity to get them under oath. And all right, I like it. Okay.
It's a hot seat to be in.
It sure is. I don't know if we're have time. You want to try to hit this one thing from yesterday? So yesterday we had the weaponization of government hearings. Here's Elise Stefanik.
The Twitter files are just the tip of the iceberg because there's so much more. There was a corrupt revolving door at the highest levels between the FBI and Twitter. Look no further than Jim Baker, former general counsel at the FBI who helped unlawfully investigate Donald Trump in the 2016 election. Or look at Jim Comey's deputy chief of staff, who became the director of strategy at Twitter. Isn't it true, according to the Twitter files, that there were so many FBI officials who then went to work at Twitter that created their own Slack channel and crib sheet for onboarding? The Twitter files confirm that, correct?
Correct.
Correct.
Are you aware, as the American people are aware, that according to polling, of the people that were made aware of the Hunter Biden laptop story, 53% would have changed their vote, including 61% of Democrats.
Whoa.
This is the definition of election meddling, and it's the definition of election meddling by the FBI on behalf of Democrats, paid for by the U.S. taxpayers. It's collusion, it's corruption, and it's unconstitutional.
Okay, well.
So I don't know.
I hadn't heard that either.
52 or 53% of people would have changed their vote.
Including 61% of Democrats.
Over 60% of Democrats.
Wow. Okay.
Interesting. Would that have affected the outcome of an election?
Well, we have heard how, at similar timeline, how the Hillary Clinton FBI story just before the 2016 election being made public affected enough votes, right?
For sure.
So
huge. Yeah, they saw the reaction to that.
The suppression of something big like that would have the opposite effect you would assume, and looks like she has
They
the
learned their
numbers.
lesson.
Looks like she has the numbers. Oh, he said I don't know how many years he's been in Congress, but he said in all my years of Congress, I've never seen anything like this, where we have dozens and dozens of whistleblowers. People coming forward saying, bro,
this is
it's
what's happening.
bad
Yes.
on all levels. And so this lady, Nicole Parker, works for the FBI, and she came forward and this
She
is her-
still works for the FBI?
I think she
Okay.
does. I'm
We'll-
not
we'll
positive.
see.
Yeah, here's her
We'll see.
testimony, part of
The
it.
FBI became politically weaponized, starting from the top in Washington and trickling down to the field offices. Although FBI employees have their First Amendment rights, they are not at the liberty to allow their personal political views or preferences to determine their course of action or inaction
she's
in any investigation.
former.
Lady Justice must remain blind. Those that do not uphold these responsibilities cause a negative ripple effect throughout the agency and the
no
field.
kidding.
It's as if there became two FBIs. Americans see this, and it is destroying the Bureau's credibility, causing Americans to lose
Take a
faith in
breath.
the agency,
Slow
and
down.
therefore the
Okay.
hardworking and highly ethical agents who still do the heavy lifting and pursue noble cases. It makes it very difficult for agents to do their job when the FBI loses the respect of the American people. There has also been a shift in recruiting practices, a lowering of the eligibility requirements, which is negatively impacting the agency's performance. And all this adds up to a loss of trust in the FBI by many Americans and low morale among many FBI employees.
There you go. So, I mean, that's just a little taste.
And look, is she saying anything there? I guess, I mean, she's documenting what we already knew.
Right. But that's just one example of so many that have come out to say, yeah, things are as bad as you think, if not worse.
And I will say that for the longest time, we talked about how, well, let's not give the FBI guys on the streets, the boots on the ground FBI guys. They're still good. They're still good. It's the guys up top, top heavy. Those guys are the guys. But that stuff trickles down, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a trickle down effect. Somebody said that before.
And I think
it was the president that used that phrase.
Yeah. People like Nicole Parker are showing, hey, there's still some of us out here. We need some help. Of course, she's not in there anymore.
Right.
But that's just it. Like, how demoralizing is it if you are a good cog in the wheel, yet you're surrounded by a bunch of evil...
And I'm positive that there are, I absolutely.
But what kind of power do they have?
For you FBI guys out there, not on the top, I'm a fan. Okay, you don't need to worry about me. You don't need to.
I have absolutely zero faith in this government, and even if you are a good person, whether in the FBI or looking to get into it, I just don't see where you can do enough good to make a difference. But at the same time, that's very self-defeating right out of the gate.
Right. You have
But
to.
it's
You
like,
got to believe that
it's
what you're
such a
what you're
machine,
doing.
man.
You have to. You're doing what
And
you're
this
doing.
has been going on for decades, decade after decade after decade. And in fact, though, I did enjoy what Matt Gaetz had to say yesterday at this hearing. This is powerful stuff right here.
Influence peddling, and you are the principal at the Raven Group, which is a lot.
Yeah, so, okay, I'm sorry. He's going to say here. Yeah, you're a lobbying firm. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kayla.
Influence peddling, and you are the principal at the Raven Group, which is a lobbying firm. And I would observe the reporting of Project Veritas, where Jordan Tristan Walker, who's a director of research and development, said on a recording, one of the things we're exploring is why don't we just manipulate COVID ourselves, mutate COVID via directed evolution. Pfizer is a revolving door for all government officials. It's pretty good for industry, to be honest. It's bad for everyone else in America. Pfizer is one of the clients of the lobbying firm that you're a principal of, isn't it?
I do not represent Pfizer. I do not know, sir.
You're a principal of the Raven Group, right?
No, that is correct.
Mr. Chairman, I seek unanimous consent to enter into the record the clients of the Raven Group.
He doesn't even know the
Pfizer.
clients.
Not just Pfizer, but Google as well. And in response to the Twitter files, we saw a statement come from the FBI where they said correspondence between the FBI and Twitter show nothing more than examples of our traditional, long-standing, and ongoing federal government and private sector engagements. Are there such engagements between the FBI and Google?
When you say such engagements, sir, I don't.
Does Google engage with the FBI, Mr. Williams?
I don't work for either Google or the FBI, sir.
I'd have to again point you to your own client list that you advertise on your own website, which includes Google. Does it surprise you that at the Raven Group's website, Pfizer and Google are clients?
It does not surprise me, sir, no.
The Soros-funded Open Society is one of the clients as well. Does that surprise you?
Sir, I don't have our client list in front of me
Well,
right now.
I am so
assuming that's what it says. I will take your word
You're
for it.
terrible at your job.
I would think that maybe one of the legislative initiatives we could pursue would be to tighten this revolving door that folks at Pfizer and folks at Big Tech seem to freely acknowledge, in which you seem to be the incarnate of the revolving door. Mr. Baker and Ms. Parker, I want to assure you both that we come not to trash the FBI, but to rescue the FBI from political capture.
Yep.
wow.
Maybe just too late. A few decades too late.
Plus, I want to. Can we stop with the "I don't have it available to me right now"?
Oh my gosh! Thank you for saying that.
Can we stop with that? Can we not maybe, I don't know, when you come in and go through security, you bring your own laptop with you?
Right?
You bring your own tablet with you. I'll tell you what, I want one of the congressmen to say, stop. We're going to get you a laptop. We're going to get you a tablet. Somebody get him a computer so you can log in and get me the information I need. Because you have access to your company's website, right, sir? I mean, it drives me insane that everyone who testifies uses that BS of I don't have that information in front of me. I freaking hate that.
I mean, if I'm called to testify in front of Congress, I'm going to be a little prepared. I'm going to be like, oh, sir, I knew you were going to ask me about that. I know it's in one of these
that's the thing.
things here. But they're just up there to stonewall and hope they can get out of there with their tail tucked between their legs. Exactly. And it's just
freaking
you're absolutely right. And do they ever get back to them? Do they ever get back to them?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know the answer to that.